guys, and welcome to this video. Here today me, NerdFire, and today, as you can tell by the title, we are looking at the brand new ratings for FIFA 19, the top 100, kicking it off with 100 to 81. So boys, that's enough of the talking. Let's go take a look at the players now. So as you guys can see here we are on the official EA website, and we are looking at the 100 to 81st here. So let's just go through. So we've got an 85 Manolas. Looks like a pretty solid card. 83 pace once again. Obviously his shooting, you know, EA just don't seem to think he can shoot, even though he did score last year. Then his defending and physical stats are solid as well. Next up, we've got Mahrez. Obviously, 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, moved to Man City. I believe he's had a +2 upgrade from his base card last year. Absolute solid card. Even more pace than last year. Dribbling's insane. Shooting will be perfect. Him on the finesse shot is insane. I would definitely be trying to use him on this FIFA. Next up, we've got Ibra with quite a big downgrade. I think a -3 downgrade. And obviously, his pace is lacking as well. However, one thing that stands out for Ibra, 5-star skill moves this year, so that's always good. You know, he's had a skill move increase, but the pace sort of lacking, so sort of really puts me off him, if I'm honest. Next up, we've got Sterling, 85 rated. I believe he started as an 83 last year, had a winter upgrade to 84, so he's had another upgrade into this FIFA to 85. As you can see, 93 pace, 87 dribbling, 4-star skill moves, which is good once again for a winger. I do like to have skills on the wing, so he will be a solid card. Very expensive at the start, I think, but he will, you know, obviously become a bit cheaper, and I think it will be solid in the next game. Next up, we've got Blaise Matuidi. Love this guy every single FIFA. 85 once again as his base card. Absolute solid card all round, and I think he'll work wonders in a midfield, and he'll be absolutely solid. Then we've got Asensio next as an 85 rating, an increase obviously on his last rating. I think he got an 84 maybe last year, or maybe a little bit less, but he's actually moved to a left wing default this time, which sort of puts me off, but you can move him in game. I think he was definitely a better choice as a cam on this game. Left wing, you know, not really got much pace on the wing, so personally for me, not the biggest fan of his position, but I think his card overall looks solid and would work well as a centre attacking midfielder. Next up, we've got one of my favourite players from last year, milinkovic-savic. This guy is a tank. The only thing you see there really is his pace. A bit like a Tony Cruz, you know, he hasn't got the most pace on his card. However, I still think he'll be a tank. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Also 6'3". I think he'll be absolutely solid in the midfield. You can play him alongside Matuidi in a Calcio A midfield, and I personally think he'd be absolutely solid. Next up, we've got Kimmich, 85 rated right back. I believe he was either an 83 last year. He might have started off at an 82, something like that. The only thing, once again, puts me off here is the pace. But I believe even if you don't want to play him right back, you can have him on the bench, bring him on as a CDM, and it will work very well in that position. Next up, we've got Edin Dzeko with a decent upgrade. I think it was an 84 last year, now onto an 85. Obviously had a very good season for Roma. Not the fastest striker. A lot of these players aren't the fastest. That's what's really putting me off. But we don't know. Pace might not mean that much next year. We haven't actually had the full game out yet. So he might be very good. Obviously 4-star weak foot as well, which is decent for a striker and could be a solid option in an Italian team. Next up, we've got Koke on the left mid as well. Once again, like Asensio, he's been put on the left-hand side. Don't see many people using him unless they do move their team around, because looking at his pace, 69 pace, not the fastest. Can't lie, I don't know why he'd be a winger. I don't know if he plays winger in real life. I don't really watch Spanish football. But left mid, the rest of the card looks solid, would be solid as a centre midfielder, maybe just a little bit lacking on the pace. But he is like the same as Savic, like I said. A little bit smaller though, but still could be a very solid card in the game. Next up, we've got Marco Reus, I believe downgraded by 1, but still a very, very usable card. Will be expensive at the start. Might be in a lot of German teams, we'll see. But once again, I think it'd be very good. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Can't complain about that. And should still be a pretty good player in the game. Next, moving on, we've got the left back, Felipe Luis, 85 rated. He's always been a solid left back, personally, for me on FIFA. If I ever needed him in a team, or needed like him to be in my team to fit for chemistry-wise, I definitely choose him. Absolute solid left back. And I think once again would be solid in the next FIFA. Next up, we've got Company. 85 rating. As you can see, his pace is lacking a bit. Still solid in the defensive and physical side. So that could definitely be a booster. But once again, pace, a little bit iffy, sort of putting me off, but we'll have to see what happens when the game comes out. Next up, we have 85 rated Robin. I believe he was at 87 last year, so a -2 downgrade. I honestly think this year, you could bring him on personally as a cam. I think he'd be work wonders as a centre attacking midfielder. Obviously, he hasn't got the most pace. That's why I think he'd be better in that central attacking midfield role instead of right wing. But overall, I think he could be solid once again. 4-star skill moves as well. Let's just see what he's like in the new game. Next up, we have got Alisson, 85 rating. I think it was either an 82. I think he might have started 82 last year. So once again, gives us a new option for a goalkeeper in the Premier League. Going to obviously be expensive, like I said at the start, for a lot of these players in the top 100. They will be expensive because of the rating especially. But it'll be interesting to see if he's good in goal. Obviously, keepers have always been iffy. Some are good, some are bad. So it'll be interesting to see what he is like in the next FIFA. Next up, we have David Alaba. Obviously, always usually a solid left back. I think, has he had a downgrade? I think he might have been an 86 last year. Not the fastest as well this year. However, 4-star weak foot, which is pretty sick for a left back. And his stats overall in his card, they are all over 70. And I think, once again, he probably will be absolutely solid and a good option for a Bundesliga left back. But like all of this list, expensive at the start, but will definitely be a perfect fit for a Bundesliga team. Next up, we have Fabinho. So 85 rating for Fabinho. I think he'll be an absolute tank in midfield this year. I'm predicting like 20 to 30k probably to start, maybe even 40k or higher than that. Something like, he's going to be expensive at the start. He'll be an absolute solid CDM, and putting him next to Kante, that'll be perfect partnership. Tall, small, both good at the defensive role if you play 2 CDMs, and I just see him being an absolute beast this year. I can't lie, and that hurts me as a United fan to say that about a Liverpool player, but it's true. He's going to be a beast. Next up, we have Arturo Vidal getting downgraded from 87, I think he was last year, to an 85 rating. Pace, once again, 57 pace, really puts me off his card. But apart from that, the rest of his stuff does look pretty sick, does look solid, but it's just, once again, the pace that really puts me off. So next on the list is Virgil van Dijk. 85 rating. This guy is going to be one of the best centre-backs to use in the Premier League next year. He is going to be a tank. He was a tank last year, and he's once again going to be a tank this year. 85 defending, 84 physical. Pace is decent as well for a centre-back. He is going to be a beast. And last but not least, Diego Costa with a -1 downgrade to 85 rating. Obviously plays now for Atletico Madrid. Another option in the Spanish league for a striker. 75 pace, not too bad for a 6'2" striker. 4-star weak foot as well, good. 87 physical, good. 83 shooting, good. Could be a solid striker option in the Spanish league. So yes, boys, they are the very first ratings EA have given us for FIFA 19. Let me know in the comments if you agree with these ratings. Let me know if you think they should be higher or lower. But yeah, guys, anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.